the most popular man in Western New York, which is hard to do with Josh Allen being there as well. But it seems to us like you won the press conference yesterday, which is not important to you, I know. But I got one question and a bone to pick with you because I call bull.
Okay.
Oh,
You
boy, here we
said, I can't wait for Josh to throw a pick in practice and for you to celebrate with the defense.
Yeah, you're calling bullshit on that one?
I'm just saying, I've played for a lot of offensive coaches.
That's called BS. That's going to piss me off. But I regret that. I'm not going to lie. But I do want to celebrate, but I don't know how to think about, like, I want to celebrate with the defense. Yep. And the only way I can celebrate with the defense is if James Cook fumbles or Josh throws a pick. You know, and so I got to sort through that. But as soon as I said it, I was like, I'm going to be pissed off. Like, you know, so hey. it's going to be one of those where I'm celebrating, and then I'm coming back, and it's like, yo, what are we doing? You know, so, yeah.
I loved you saying that, Joe.
I'll take it back.
I loved you saying that because when I was with Sean, like, you know, as an early coach comes in 17 and 18, he would do that where, like, it's like as an offense, you're like, hey, man, you're with us. You're calling the plays. You're in the meeting with us. But, like, we'd go to these third down drills, right, where it's 3rd, 10, 3rd and forever. And he's changing the down and distance. And the days he's mad at us, it's like 3rd, 14 every down. And he's just screaming at us. And we're like, dude, what? Like, you're putting us in a terrible position, but you're just doing this because you're trying to inspire the defense a little bit. You're getting their energy up. And I know it as the vet, but, like, everybody's riding the emotions, right? No. It's to what you're talking about. It's you're really just trying to challenge both sides and want both sides to have a belief and an energy, right?
Look, that's everything. I want everybody to know, like, I'm not the offensive coordinator. And look, the first thing I did when I got named head coach is I started calling the defensive guys. Like, they need, I'm in it with them now. And I think that is so important. And look, you just helped me right there. Like, if depending on how I do the schedule, like third and long day, I'm going to be a defensive coach. Like, I can't wait for that. You know, are we going to get a first down?
As an offense, we don't want to be in this. So you know what? You guys are going to suck at it. That's what we're going to do this day, right?
You're helping me out already, man. Absolutely. Get the pass set for 10 straight plays.
Oh, the worst.
I know this is all fresh, but what is being in the room with Josh the last few years, how is that going to change with you now in this new role as head coach?
Yeah, I mean, look, obviously I'm not going to probably be with him as much, but every decision that we make is with him in mind, or he's going to be involved in it. Look, when I was in New Orleans, like, Coach Payton didn't make a decision without Drew Brees' thoughts. And look, they were together for so long that they got to know that. But I think Josh needs to understand, and there's a lot of ownership in that. Like, hey, if I'm coming to you with this, and I'm asking you if you have a great pulse of the locker room, like, what do you think this needs to look like? And I think that's another evolution to him as a leader and growing and getting a feel of that. But look, I'm still going to be calling plays, so it's important. He needs to know the why and my thoughts, and I need to know how he's feeling about things and him understanding when I'm calling, what I'm calling. So I'm going to be around, but I also need to make sure that I can't be everywhere at all times. And I got to also trust the coaches and making sure when I'm putting the staff together that they know exactly what I want so that they can relay that as well.
One of the quotes that stuck out to me, too, in your interview yesterday was, my job is to allow Josh to be a better version of himself. I feel like it's crazy to talk about because he won the MVP last year. Obviously, you know, everything he's done the last few years, but there is an even higher level that he can get to. How do you help him get to that level?
Well, I think that the biggest thing is addressing what that is. You know, I think a lot of times we always just say, like, man, we got to get better. And it's like, hey, given tangible things that, hey, what are elements that I need more from you? And a lot of those things that, you know, those probably things that I'm not going to put out there, but I think that's important that the guys understand, like, when we're going to get better, like, what do I need to get better at? Is it just, hey, you got to just get better at my footwork? Is it, I got to get better on these type of throws? Is it these reads? Is it these pre-snap? And, you know, and being detailed with that so that we can hold each other accountable, like, as these things are going. But that's what's so exciting is that he's such an elite quarterback. And, like, even him after his MVP year, he comes in and he's like, man, I left a lot out there. I'm like, I know. And I got to be better for you if you're doing that, and we'll hold each other accountable with it.
How cool was that to have him at the presser yesterday?
I mean, that's why he's my guy. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, I wanted this job and more than anything. And I remember in the interview, like, being able to look him in the eye and let him know, like, that I want to be his head coach and do this with him and do everything I can so that he can get what he deserves.
Do you think that this decision being made and him obviously having a hand in it and you guys kind of being in tandem, do you think that puts even more pressure on him for the upcoming season?
I don't know how much more pressure can ever be on him.
Yeah,
exactly. Seriously.
You know what I mean? Like and the way that he handles it, man, like, golly, like it's unbelievable. And I mean, he just does it. He has the weight of this city on him at all times, and he handles himself the right way. And he can, he obviously got emotional in the last press conference, but usually he's going in there and he knows what he knows. He knows how important all of this is to him, and he knows that the wins and losses, yes, they end up on my record, but he's the one that kind of takes the burden of everything. And you know how that is, Fitz. Like it's quarterback, right? It's tough, and that's why he's wired different and built different, and that's why I'm literally everything I do is so that he can get everything that he deserves, because he puts so much into this game.
Yeah, that's really cool. It's what a special human being he is. I know just, in my time in the league, from, all the teams I was a part of, that it always felt like my most successful teams is when it was guys that you're like, man, I don't want to let the guy next to me down. And he's that kind of guy, like that you can just see where's his emotions in the moment like that, because it meant so much to him, not just for himself, but for the city of Buffalo and for his teammates that he wanted to go do something with. I think that's what makes him so unique and special, the human being he is. When you look at it and you sit there and say, hey, listen, it's my team now. I'm in this seat. I've obviously had a chance to be around, a great head coach in Sean McDermott, and now I'm a part of this in the sense that it's mine and this is my identity. What do you want the city of Buffalo to know, is important to you as you take over as the head coach of the Buffalo Bills?
It's funny you kind of just talk about that. Is the thing that's important to me is the connection. Like I truly believe, like I talked about it yesterday, I talked about connection and love, and it's two things that people don't talk about in this game. Yep. You guys are the alphas, right? And it's the hardest thing you do. But when you look at the man next to you, like, we're going to be playing in Buffalo, we're going to be playing in this new stadium, and it's going to be snowing, and it's the last drive, and we got an opportunity to go down to to go to the Super Bowl, and you're going to look to the man next to you and know that he cares more about your success than his own. We're going to be good. And you got to be intentional about that. You don't just pick up where you left off, right? In the off season, I got to do a great job of making sure the guys are doing stuff together and bonding. And that's what's so great about Buffalo is this is kind of what you do here in Buffalo, but that intentionality, that connection, like connected teams win. And I think that's so important. And when you love one another, you're going to be willing to do whatever it takes. And when you got a quarterback that is jumping over people, and I'm holding my breath and hoping he gets up and doing that stuff, and I can't stand it, and I love him for it, but how can the rest of the team not feel the same way? And so that's what I want the city of Buffalo to know is like just like the city of Buffalo, like how close they are, the love, the connection, like that's what I want our football team to be a part of. That's not going to say we're going to be a soft football team. That has nothing to do with that. We're going to try to make it a game that they don't want to play, but we're going to love one another and have a lot of fun doing it.
Obviously you've been in Buffalo, but it's the first time being in this seat and this opportunity for you and your family, man. How does that just feel, this whole ride, to have this opportunity in front of you?
Yeah, it's weird because obviously it's elements that you work for, right? You know, but I never took the job in Buffalo thinking I was going to be the offensive coordinator in Buffalo. Just like when I was offensive coordinator, I think I'd be the head coach in Buffalo, but when the opportunity came up, there was nothing else I wanted. And now that I got that, like, it's like, okay, you're the head football coach in Buffalo. I've never once been like, all right, I'm the head coach of Buffalo. Here we go. It's like, all right, time to get to work. But to me, I'm thinking more about my family. It's like, the sacrifices they did. Like, I haven't got to spend a lot of time with my kids. Like, it's way more important and special to me to be able to kind of experience yesterday, like with them, and kind of do this with them, and knowing that we don't have to move from Buffalo. We get to do this in Buffalo. But for me, the same guy that was working 3 weeks ago and getting ready for Denver is if anything, I'm even more excited because I get to be a part of this. I'm tired of looking at my face and seeing my pictures of other places. Like, that's not me. Like, I can't stand when people even talk about me. Like, I just rather work and let everybody else kind of have the success. And but it was a special day yesterday because I got to do it. Be with my family, my parents.